Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Temptations of Aitseh. I am your host of the What Team Comp group, Uncommon Guru. Say hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
All right, and are you guys ready to jump straight into the recap?
Yes.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Wunderbar. All right, so when last we left our group of adventurers, they had been making their way still northward into the country of Halo, a land that has been through some turmoil in a few cities that they have been going to investigate regarding a woman who is apparently appointing lords to various cities outside of the power of the king. As they've been going through, they met with Tashina, also called Tessie, the princess of Halo, who has managed to somehow get away from the capital and came to a festival where they all met. Now making their way upwards towards the capital to return her, they've met with a gnoll named Scar. Well, his name was Mark, but someone was like, nah, Scar sounds cool, and he was like, you know what, you're right. And currently they are in the city. One of the members has, Clear, has gone to the blacksmith. Sorry, Clear, I'm still working on remembering your name. Got all those names in my head, gotta make sure I memorize them. Demea took Tashina and Scar to get sugar, because she loves her sugar. Naivara and Virdrick are in the inn, and our good friend Zadim went out of town because he was looking to get a hunting dog to help him track and such, and as he did so, he found out he didn't quite have the goals to get one, but he's currently on his way back to the city. So, with Zadim coming back to the inn, everyone else can be doing so as well. Also, Clear, you did state after the fact that you want to continue working just to earn some gold, some coin, or
yeah, some gold.
how long would you be working? The whole day, or the rest of the day, or like just a few hours?
Yeah, I'd say the rest of the day. Why not?
Okay.
I need that money desperately.
Okay.
Gotta get that money.
If you're working the rest of the day, the blacksmith will pay you 10 gold.
Nice. I've doubled my gold once more.
And you got smith's tools as well,
That's true.
which
True
is like
enough.
25 gold, so that's like 35 gold you just got.
Dang, making bank.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Of course, you were also able to pump out quite a number of decent items that he can sell for a few gold apiece, so he'll probably make that back pretty quick. So
Turns out she's not really proficient in Smith's tools. She just took them to sell them later on.
the fiend.
Yeah, she actually doesn't know a thing. She's just really strong.
You got to use that strength for something. And if you got smith's tools, you might as well use them, or yeet them, whatever you want to do with them. Alright, so for everyone else in the meantime, before sundown occurs, what all do you want to be doing?
Can I buy some more rations?
You can, yes. There is a general store with which you can buy some rations. They are 5 silver for rations to cover a day. So if you want to get it for 2 days, it's a gold.
Okay, can I get let's say you said 2 days worth is
1 gold.
a gold? Let's get 7 days worth.
7 days worth? Okay. That'll be 3 gold and 5 silver. So just mark that down on your sheet.
Hold on, my thing's not responding.
Holy shit! I can hear myself wheezing.
I don't hear you
What?
wheezing.
What? Where?
No, like my nose. It means I'm sick.
Oh.
I'm like, I don't hear it.
Fun stuff.
Why is my thing? Can I just round it up to 8 days?
Yeah,
'Cause
you
I
can
don't
round it
have
up to
any
8 days.
silvers, I don't think so.
If you don't have any silver, just remove an extra gold and add 5 silver.
Oh, okay.
They will break
They
it
give
for
you
you. They've got
change.
silver. Yeah.
Okay, I'll just make it 7 then. Continue. I will mark it.
Okay, so yeah. So 7 days. So you mark that off.
Well, I'm about to.
All right. Is that all you're doing today?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. Paris, what are you doing?
At the moment, I'm drinking.
Gotcha.
I'm not drinking to get drunk. I'm not even tipsy.
I'd say mark off a silver. If you're just drinking like just a few mugs.
She's pretty much just I almost said conversing
You sure you ain't tipsy
with
yet?
the, you know,
She's
Fuck you.
condensating on the window.
condensating. I just thought of that gif with the fucking black dude who's literally dripping sweat.
Looks around, sees hot guy, condensating.
Yeah,
He's
pretty
talking to the girl.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh dear.
So
If
you're
y'all, why you always make me think of memes?
because he is a meme, obviously.
Called out.
I mean, I am too. So you know, I gotta call myself
True.
out.
Oh,
Trust no one, not even yourself. So, you were drinking through and you said you were talking to the barkeeper, someone in the inn?
Bar keeps the draw, right?
Yes.
Okay, then yes.
Alright, so are you just discussing just random things or you got some specific?
It's just small talk.
Okay.
Honestly, I am just padding my time until Mad comes and I could just burst in with 150 gold to this woman like, take my money!
We need a good friend.
Okay. I'll say that since everyone's doing kind of little minor things, Emmy is currently out at the park essentially with Scar and Tashina. We'll say Mad got back to town and that he can make his way to the inn unless he wants to do something else before that.
I don't think so. What is in this town?
It's not a very big town. It is a town. Don't get me wrong. It means it has, all the amenities. It's got, a blacksmith. It's got a weaver's shop. It's got a leather working shop. It's got a place outside of the city limits that breeds and sells dogs. It's got a lot of stuff.
Nothing I really need right now. I'll make my way to the inn.
Okay. So you make your way to the inn. You see the bartender speaking with Naivara, seeming bemused with just how much she's just kind of chattering away and answering.
Oh,
words
am I
necessary.
annoying her?
No, she's amused.
Oh, I thought you said bemused.
Yeah, bemused kind of means the same thing.
Amused.
Oh,
it's-
does it? Oh.
Yeah, she is mused.
I don't know why I'm bemused in my head. I thought I meant I was irritating her.
No, if you were irritating her, she'd be looking at you like, "Please help." No, she's just kind of like laughing softly and just
Please
watching
help.
you, just be like, just making the small talk.
Please help.
Now she kind of glanced at you, and for a second she kind of looks at you like, "Ah, no, that's right, you're with her. Welcome back. Were you able to find everything, or were you looking for your friend here? She's getting quite nice with all of her discussions of, well, this and that. Girl talk, you understand."
Of course, of course. Well, while I was able to find everything, I was not able to obtain it.
That's such a shame. I'm sure that she will still have them for a while. She's not exactly having people rushing out the doors to get them, but they will be needed when the time comes. Still only beginning spring, so
Them.
yes.
What were you after?
I was trying to obtain a hunting dog.
Her ears have perked up. And you can do this. Why?
Unfortunately, I misjudged how expensive the puppies would be.
Crash!
That was Nivara knocking over the plate with your
Please excuse me. My wife seems to have dropped something in the back. She gets up and walks to the back.
What was that?
I don't know what that was, but apparently it was her wife needing to need some nappies.
I'm so happy she's
Oh.
gay.
Oh,
This is the kind of
That was
representation I need.
What was that? Caesar, what was that? Did you do something?
It was perfectly timed, whatever it was.
that could have been better.
What fell? It sounded like something fell. What was it?
I don't know!
I can tell you it wasn't in my place.
It wasn't mine.
NPR, you alright?
Huh? Yeah.
We heard a crash.
It was
hard.
It was trash. I'm sorry.
Oh.
You're fine. You're fine.
Don't speak about Nivara like that.
Oh! Oh, we about to box here, boy! We about to box right now!
You can't kill me
girl,
yet,
down.
you don't know where the
I get a
puppies are.
wiping sweat from my brow. What the fuck?
Easy, girls, easy. No need to rip at each other's hair just yet. We need to set up the arena and place bets first.
Oh, bitch! Oh, bitch! No. I don't follow that. I don't follow that stereotype. I don't aim for
Paris.
hair. I aim for necks.
Paris, wait a second. Sit
What?
down. There, go.
If you're ready, you just eating fucking popcorn like, yes!
Unfortunately, they are a little more expensive than I can currently manage to give.
Well, how much are they?
50 gold per.
That's it? Alright, come on.
I
Shrek
am
stands
not
up.
a very. What? Wait, what?
We're going to get a dog. She's like looking at him like it's the most obvious thing.
You are very charitable. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're not the only one getting one.
Oh my
Ah, there it is.
She's already out the
Alright.
door. Come
Yeah,
on,
I
move
mean-
your ass.
I don't see why you are leading the way. You do not know where they are.
I can track where you stepped. She's absolutely just has the bullshit face of I know what I'm doing. I do what I'm doing.
Oh, let's see if I know that you actually know what you're doing. Because if I do roll high enough to figure it out, then I know you don't. But if I don't roll high enough to know where it is, then you get to spend the next 3 hours trying to figure out where they are.
Roll.
Oh,
Hold
let's
on.
see.
Mhm.
It's not hot. Yeah.
Her outside hands on hips. I'm confident. Looks into her eyes as she's like slowly like looks to the right, looks to the left, just like that.
Do you want to know the best part? Even if I roll deception, the only way that I could beat that is if I get a 19 or a 20. You know what? Let's see what happens. Nope. It is painfully obvious she has no idea what she's doing.
The eyebrows are up, the lids are at half. I am very much doubting. I'm pressing X.
It has an X button to doubt. Every time he presses it, it just
Yeah.
goes doubt.
It's like the nut button.
Nut.
I just imagine Steve has this big block with an X button and he's just looking at her dead in the eye, just pressing X like
Doubt.
Doubt.
yeah,
Doubt.
Doubt,
Bright Eyes
doubt,
kind of just looks
doubt,
between
doubt.
you two, just like looking between you both, and just like squints slowly.
Did she roll high enough?
Let me see.
Oh my god.
Oh, she doesn't roll high enough. I'm going to start crying.
She matched you.
Oh god.
Yeah, that squint was her going, like him, press exit out, you. Nah, I see, your bird believes in me, stares at you, squints, doubt.
She would not turn to the bird. The bird she knows just already knows her bullshit and just won't say a thing.
Right. Also,
She just holds up a finger. I will find it. Don't say a word.
Also, Madrino, I was looking over the character sheet. You forgot to put in her proficiencies.
I thought I did put in her proficiency.
No, don't feel bad. I did the same shit with my fucking bat.
Yep. There's no proficiencies.
Oh, they undid themselves.
Yeah, they undid themselves.
It was probably when they updated.
Yeah.
God damn it.
It's okay. It's just I noticed it and I'm like, I should probably make sure you're aware of that so that you're not, looking over it later and being like, well, hold on, what is she proficient in? Because you know what she's proficient in.
That's great. No, it's perfect. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure athletics was one of them because she has like a lot of strength, and I'm pretty sure she had stealth, but I don't think she had any more than that, and I hope she did.
Right. Let me make sure that she has her correct item on because she is still blessed.
Yeah.
With the headband of intellect.
Peak intelligence.
She's literally one of the smartest members of the party, but she can't speak.
We'll work on that.
Take it off and awaken her!
But she already has a 19 intelligence. She's fine. She's fine.
Take it off and awaken her!
We haven't found a powerful enough druid and or
the money to
wizard.
Do so.
Bard.
And or bard or the money to do so.
We will find one!
Well, until then.
I mean, I'm a bard. I just can't do it yet.
And
It's a level 9 spell, so she's getting close.
Well, it's a level 5 spell, but she has to be level 9 to use it.
Whenever I say level 9, I just literally mean the character has to be level 9.
Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Because there's 9th level spells, which are like, yeah, that's level 17. You gotta be powerful to do that.
Get there eventually, guys. I'm level 5. 4 more levels to go.
Getting there.
Yeah, you got 4 more
And
levels
then
to go.
I can awaken the good little griffin baby.
Yep, of course, obviously.
Yeah.
I thought she said the good little Christian baby.
The good little Christian
Awaken
baby.
them.
Out of all of us, the griffin's the most Christian. I can tell you that much already.
Awaken the Christian baby. She just shakes.
No.
Alright, as I actively doubt Naivara, I start walking in the direction of the puppy breeder and I say, follow me.
I just legit imagine, like, she starts to walk in a direction, he grabs the top of her head and just spins her around.
Yeah, a little bit. Sure. Right. So the two of you make your way northward. Starting to get a little bit later, but you are able to make it there with pretty good time as you approach, and she's speaking with the dogs. It doesn't appear that she's doing anything particularly special with it, more just making sure that they're all kept in a good physical shape. She's got a lot more different sorts of dogs right now, including a few that look like they're built less for hunting and more for other purposes, including let me actually grab, there was 3 dogs that I wanted to point out because I love them.
Zadim, can you do me a favor?
Yes.
I want to roll perception. Let's do that again. Can you roll perception for me?
You mean I roll perception as the Zemo? Okay.
Yeah.
Are you trying to...
It's a little bit of flavor text, don't worry.
Okay. Can I ask for advantage from Bright Eyes?
I want to say no.
Okay. I have no idea what the heck's going on here. Okay, it's still pretty good.
It looks like she is trying her absolute best to not bolt ahead of you.
She is physically restraining herself from being like, dogs! Puppies! Puppies!
It is literally a case... Would it be inside of perception? No, because it's a physical, like, tapping, kind of jittery.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, both of you can roll a nature check if you want to try and discern the types of dogs that you're currently seeing.
Yeah, okay.
14, not bad. And 13. 13 was the DC for it, so you actually both are able to
Thank
recognize. There are currently 5 breeds that are currently running around. One of them is basically, think of the equivalent of a German Shepherd. You know those Border Collie, that's what they're called. Those big fluffy sheep herding dogs. And considering the fact that there are farms and such around here, especially for wide open plains for herding animals, makes sense. There is this rather thickly built dog, which comes in like blacks, whites, and kind of this tannish grays, referred to as a some people call it the mountain guard dog in this world. Out of character, it's the equivalent of an Akita.
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 Oh, I need to look that up.
I loved Akita so much.
I actually had one growing up, and it was just her name was Oksana, and she was a big ball of fluff, and she was just she loved everyone. Not always the best with other dogs, but like there's actually a photo where my parents took a photo of her with my little brother, and like you can literally see her leg pushing up against his head very gently to keep him from falling over, because baby falling over to the side, her just holding him up so he doesn't fall over. I'm just like, yeah, that's dogs.
So cute.
There are blue heelers, which are a little more slick than the border collies, but also good herd dogs, as well as used for other purposes. And you see these they're much larger, and there's only 2 of them currently running around. They almost overshadow the woman in their size.
Cool.
They are big dogs.
Big boys.
Nice.
Big.
One of them just kind of moves over and just kind of nudges up against her. She's like, yes, you can go. Light motions and just this rumbling, thunderous run as it starts running around. Just jumps over, basically like those horse rungs, where like the horse pen is. Yeah, just completely jumps over and clears it. Just woof.
I just imagine this dog you're currently describing as one with like the one with really long flaps of skin, just out like on the face. Like, so it looks like it can't see.
No, this thing is it's trimmed back for the hair in front of its face. At first, you think that it almost looks like a small, not small. It looks like a slightly large black bear almost.
Aww.
Navarre's gone to him.
What breed is that big dog?
Paris, you're the one who has that name memorized. What's it called again?
Russian Caucasian something. Russian Caucasian. It's some weird Russian fucking name.
It's a Russian. Basically, it's a Russian bear hunting dog.
Russian Caucasian Shepherd.
That boy.
Yeah, it's the big dog, because you are starting to get more northwards, which means you're eventually going to get to the colder areas where Halo is got a lot of.
It is a large dog meant for hunting bears and apparently protects from wolves.
Oh yeah, I remember this one.
Yeah.
And I am right over there. I'm gone, baby.
Yes. Welcome. So you brought a friend. Jim waves to Zadine and looks back to you. Yes.
Hello, ma'am. She's looking like she wants to pick up the big dwarf.
The big dwarf could pick you up.
Please, no.
It is a big dwarf. This is not the puppies. These are the big dogs.
Oh, how much? She's so precious.
Hold on. She's just saying how much?
She said how much she's so precious. She wants to touch, but she doesn't know if she can.
Don't know why, but I just imagine I know you said it's a Caucasian Shepherd dog, but I just imagine a really, really big Chow Chow.
Okay, you want a picture of it? Because that's pretty much...
Oh,
It looks like a cow with less fat around its face! I kid you not!
I just sent a picture of,
Yeah.
I think, the puppy.
oh.
It's one of my favorite dogs because it looks like so close to a bear.
That is a puppy. It is almost the size of a person's torso as a
Is this categorized as a large fucking beast?
The one that is currently in front of you? Yes.
Ah!
She needs.
I need it.
Nivara has a mighty need.
It's probably like 1,000 fucking gold.
As you're like staring at it, like asking how much, she's like, "To look, it is free." The dog steps up and just licks her right in the face. And
Me or
you,
her?
You licks you right in the face.
She just wheels and hugs it.
The touch is also free. You cannot exactly take them away. They know to come home. They are good dogs, very well trained. Scratches it behind the ears as it they kind of like lifts up. You know, like the dogs that lift their paw up to hug you.
Yes.
Oh.
Imagine being hugged by a creature that is essentially like being hugged by a grizzly bear. Like it's just this
I love it.
pulling
I
it
love
up.
it.
Like you are almost struggling to stay on your feet as it is pulling you in to keep you like just like hugging you almost like trying to get on top of you. Your legs are shaking a little bit, but you're like, yeah, I got it, and it's just like,
Do you sell babies?
I have puppies, yes.
How much is the puppy? Her eyes are glowing.
For these ones. I mean, if you're
Yes.
looking for that, currently they are. We don't have it. They didn't have a very large litter, but they are currently going at 150 gold.
Oof!
I saw that coming.
Oof.
Oh!
How
Oh.
much do you want the dog?
No, you don't understand here. I can get the dog I want. I have 158. The problem is I want to also help you.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, well, I just imagine Zadim hearing that and looking at, like, Ivara like, yeah,
I
hand
turned
it
know
over.
about the gold in Spartacus's bag.
God damn it!
No one's touched it.
Oh, shit, that's
I've
right.
touched it,
But
but
you've
that's
touched
it.
Yeah, but you also haven't told
Yeah.
them about it yet.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
goddammit.
Yeah, she is.
Because Ebron,
Oh, yeah?
Ebron,
Yeah,
told me to
Ebron
keep it
told us.
secret.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Ebron
Did
told
we
us.
take any of the gold with us?
No.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm
Oh, yeah,
gonna
that's
call
right, you did.
Zadim over.
Mm-hmm.
I know I told.
Ebron told.
Hold on.
I remember
Ebron told
Ebron's-
Demea.
Ebron told me and Zadim as well, if I remember correctly.
I remember. Demea, what do you remember? Because I remember something
I
else.
remember him telling me and saying keep it secret, and since then she's been keeping it secret. She hasn't told anyone.
Yes, you guys
I
don't know
remember him
about
coming
that.
up and telling, legit.
Nope.
Alright. I'm gonna review footage just for this.
Yeah.
If I'm right. If I'm right.
If you're right, then you can have access to look around in the money. But in the meantime, you are currently faced with dog.
Yeah, we don't.
Dog.
Oh, Lord.
Just imagine both of you go back to the town and look for the rest. Like, do you have any money?
Jesus Christ.
We found dog.
Ma'am,
We need dog money.
ma'am, I have a question for you.
People usually do.
Since my friend and I here are both looking to purchase, I do have enough for mine. Is there any chance I can ask you to lower the price of his?
Buy one, get one.
Free.
I am running a business, and I do take my business very seriously.
I am very aware. I understand. Perhaps there's something that we could do to pay for the other half.
What would you be willing to do?
Any repairs you need? Any work around this place?
I could hunt for you. It must be difficult to feed these many dogs.
Oh, please, I know my way around this forest like the back of my hand. Looks at the back of her hand. I need to actually mark out that trail there in a little bit, just make sure I don't forget it. But but I suppose it depends on how long you're actually looking to go about your business here. If you're looking to be quick and boring about it, no offense meant, of course, I'd say likely not. I would be wanting to sell them as soon as I can. It's still the spring season, so I still have time for that. But once they start growing up, motions to the barn house, they become a little bit more difficult to train because they will be more bonded with myself than with those who are wishing to train them.
Of course. I believe she looks at Zoom that would be willing to stay here until the job that you give us is finished.
This is so tense.
Make a persuasion
over some
check.
Fucking dogs.
Right.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh, that is a good one.
The force has been having some
Yes!
troubling difficulties lately.
What kind of difficulties?
Well, that's the thing. It's not that I'm not ventured into there. I've looked into there from time to time, as one should do. If you're smart, you keep your eyes open. That being said, it's as though the very plant life itself is seeking to strangle those who enter. Obviously, for someone like myself, I could walk through and know where to go, but for motions to the dogs, them, as smart as they are and as wise as they can be, occasionally you get the one who thinks themselves wiser or braver than they need to be, and they get
Right.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
welcome back. Well, more likely to injure themselves. I don't know what exactly has caused this poison, I want to call it, but I don't feel that is correct. And that, in and of itself, is what bothers me.
Plants growing and attacking sounds like it would be magical of some sort. Something's affecting.
Indeed. Actually, one second here. See if she knows more information she can give you. She does. There is one thing I do know, and I don't know what is the cause of it, and I don't know if there are other things besides it. But have you heard of entities referred to as blights?
Would I?
That would be an Arcana check or a... No, neither one of you would know history, so that'd be nature check otherwise.
Okay.
Okay, 22 Arcana and a 16 nature. Okay. With a 22 Arcana, you know of all three of the types of blights that are standard. Obviously, if there's variations of them, you don't know those, but you do know about the three. Zadim, you do know about two of them.
Okay. 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yep. The two you know are referred to as needle blights and twig blights. The difference between them is that twig blights are, kind of as the name implies, smaller than a needle blight, and they don't have the needles, which, from what you've heard from a few of the other hunters you've spoken with regarding them, the needle blights have the ability to actually create needle projectiles that they can attempt to throw at a person. And they're quite painful to be hit by, so don't get hit by them. Naivara, you also know about vine blights. Think humanoid-looking plant constrictors.
Ugh.
Yeah. Not pleasant, but at the same time, you don't know much more than Zadim in that regard. You know that they're plants, and you know that they are hostile. They're...
Question then. I take a wild guess and say that it's weak to fire.
That's up to you. I mean, if you want to
Would we
say
know
that
that?
it...
Like, would we know?
I have an idea on something that I can do to find out more, or at least attempt to. But I can't do that yet.
Would I know what these would be characterized as?
In terms of, like...
If it's like a
Beasts,
monstrosity.
monstrosity, fiends.
It's a plant.
I'm sorry, just the way he said it.
Good to know.
Yeah, of course. No worries. It's just twig, vine, needle.
Hey.
The needle one might throw you off, but
Plants could
yeah.
be monsters. You never know.
True.
Unless they're
This is
plants. Obviously. All right.
Well, I can tell then. If I probably am going to stab here and say vine blight.
Vine blights, other blights, I don't know what else there is besides that, but the fact that they are in the forest, even if they are a little bit deeper in than the surface, is not good for myself, and, well,
Definitely not good for the dog.
Yeah, motions them, and then she kind of motions back towards the town. Also, there are some people who will eventually be moving more northward when the ice begins to melt a little bit more. Actually give them the ability to have their herds move up to these grazing grounds. If it spreads and it infects more of the forest, then eventually, if the livestock go into the forest, they will be in danger as well. So that's...
Out of character. Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry, please continue.
Out of character, Guru.
Out of character.
Which direction are we going once we leave town? Are we going north?
If you're trying to get to the capital, yes.
Okay.
What time is it, roughly?
I'd say it's getting close to sundown, so probably around 4 or 5 p.m. Probably close
So
to
our
4
best
p.m.
bet, would be deal with it tomorrow morning when we have an easier time seeing.
Also, we will have the additional aid of our traveling companions.
I was going to get them either way. As much as Virdrick tends to complain, I think he likes being a meat shield.
He's certainly good at it.
Regardless of who you bring with you, I do not require you to set fire to the forest. If you do that, you get nothing.
I have no plans to leave.
Well,
Nor
it's more just the fact that I don't know you and I don't know your methods, and I, again, don't need you setting fire to the forest to kill a few pests if, and I am saying this with much hope that it is an if, there's only a few of them, then you clear them out. Make sure just to verify that there's nothing causing them to continue in their current regards. And if you
I have a question.
find anything to
finish,
help me
sorry.
with that, you can ask your question in a moment. Just let me finish.
Sorry.
You have a question. I'm just making sure that my parameters are correct, seeing as how you are wishing for 50 gold for a dog. That being said, if there's something you feel is going to overwhelm you, of course you may return. I may not give you enough for the dog, but perhaps there will be enough that you can, with your remaining funds, be able to purchase the little puppy. Or, if you complete it and you go above and beyond what you do, maybe give you a little extra reward as well. It all, of course, depends on what happens and how well you do. Is that agreeable?
Agreed.
Most.
She holds her hands out, shake it.
She shakes it. The dog licks your
Got it.
face.
I shake her hand as well, and I say,
The dog
I
licks your
am
face as well.
I give it nice paps on the head, and then I turn to the lady. I say,
Miss, I am a ranger, I can assure you. I'll make sure neither I nor my traveling companions do any more damage to this forest than is absolutely necessary.
That's admirable, and I
You
appreciate
enjoy the
that.
forest.
Of course. She kind of like just kind of nods, just like a little bit of a sigh. Just
The out of character question I had,
Mhm.
and it's completely stupid, but I'm sorry. The way she talks makes me have to ask: how attractive is this woman?
By
like
what
clockwork.
scale?
By
Describe her.
yeah,
You don't even know what she looks like. I never
Yeah.
really asked.
Yeah, you never really asked. She's actually a genasi,
Which kind?
an air genasi,
Mm-hmm.
with kind of a, you know that windswept hairstyle where it kind of looks like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
sticking up a little bit, but it's meant to. That's the
Mhm.
kind of hairstyle she has, which is kind of a I'm trying to think of how to describe it. A dusty tan, like a desert wind looking color.
gotcha.
With lightly pale blue skin. I'd say she's depending on how your scale is, probably between a 7 to a 9.
Jesus Christ, hello.
I rank everyone as being pretty good, unless there's something specifically about them that's not meant to be giving them the thumbs up.
Does she seem open to flirting at all, or is she giving me no nonsense eyes?
She's giving you the "I'm taking care of dogs" eyes. That says yay or nay to that question.
I'm at
No.
work.
Ma'am, forgive me for this, but I realized that I didn't even ask your name.
Not a problem. People forget that they're here for the dogs, not to converse with little myself. She holds out a hand and
I mean, you're a very good conversationalist.
don't flatter me
Zadim
too hard.
is giving her the side eye.
As expected. She
Yes, wait, Taru, yes.
For you, Paris.
Wait, what?
Thank you, Taru.
You're welcome.
That was so necessary.
Oh my god! Oh, beautiful!
This nut button was the best $5 spent.
Taru pressed the nut button, Emmy! She missed it!
Oh, man.
Push it again!
Here you go, Emmy. There you go.
Hold on. Thank you so much.
My name is Rosé.
A pleasure to meet you, Rize.
Oh god, how do you spell it?
Rezee.
Hold up.
Mm.
Rosé.
Alright. Rezee.
Mm-hmm.
And she's an air genasi.
Yes.
Oh goodness. Man, I just lost all my charm on that. That took me off. That threw me all off.
She swept the leg.
She's so
Mm.
Oh god.
I'll type it out so that just make sure. Rosé.
Jesus Christ. Well, I mean, come on. It must be very usual for people to flatter you. Shoot, you're beautiful.
I get that quite a
Side eye
lot.
intensifies.
Sorry, I took advice.
I get that quite a lot, actually. Usually from people wanting me to try and lower the price for my dogs. She pats the side of the dog, just kind of gives you the side eye, just like, mm-hmm.
Oh, sweetheart, we're already doing a job for you. I don't want it lower than that.
That being said, we can talk more after that's done. I'm sure we'll have much to discuss at that point.
Oh, goodness.
Damn.
We will see you in the morning then.
Sweet dreams. She pats the dog, and the dog jumps over the fence with the other one.
And
that
there
just
she
ran around.
goes!
As she
Steve.
moves over to starts getting the dogs rounded up so that they can get fed and whatnot. As she's like, she doesn't even look behind herself, but she gets like this half wave behind her. She's like,
Reese's
"Bye."
Pieces is rough.
Reese. No, oh my god.
No.
Oh. I just imagine this big dog makes earthquakes every footstep. And it's like,
I hope so.
just, yeah, she just says, she sets down the food and the dog's just like, food. Like, thump, thump, thump.
Alright, so we can go back, I guess.
Yeah. I think I have an idea on how to figure out a bit more about our enemy. But I'll have to tell you what I obtained in the morning.
Alright. You must have some interesting methods if you cannot do it in front of the rest of us.
She doesn't like to talk in front of people she doesn't know.
Who doesn't like to talk?
She gestures to Arcus.
Arcus like looks at you like, oh boy.
Your dragon has never had problems talking in front of anyone.
Oh no.
And I
It's
doubt
someone
he
who
ever will.
it's someone who speaks through him. There you go.
Kind of gives like this
Oh,
nod of
he's-
just, yep, yeah, no, I know what you mean now.
You mean your patron?
There you go. She's taps her nose.
Very well. I certainly can't say anything about how she wishes to communicate.
I tried to get her to talk in front of you guys. I think once we head closer to home that she might be a little bit more relaxed.
Makes sense.
Wait, what did you say? All I heard was
It makes sense.
how far away from home are we actually?
A
At
long
least
way from home.
okay, that's what I figured. We're both a little out of our element here. He doesn't know the world that well except for where I'm from, and hell, this is honestly my first time traveling, so obviously I don't know this place well either.
Yeah, that's half the fun, figuring out things as you travel.
Be all fun and games until some bandit decides he wants to try and bum rush me and needs to get speared in the face.
Well, not everything can be enjoyable. At least for him. I doubt you will have any problems doing that.
I mean, it's gotten funner since, found you, Ebrin. Virdrick somehow has made things fun. I don't know how that happened.
He adds contrast.
Maybe that's what I like. Maybe I like fighting with him.
Could be.
It's like having a brother.
Good thing he's not around to hear any of this.
It's like having a brother, Virdrick cringes.
A cold wind blows over his neck. He's like, what the heck was that?
But traveling
Nice.
companions are half the fun. Who you meet on the journey, who you make friends with, who you make enemies with. All that
Enemies
adds
who
a
can
little-
become friends.
Yes, there is that. All adds something of spice.
Spice
Your
of life. Hopefully we... Virdrick and the injury could be our disturbance in the
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
No!
Oh my god.
Confirmed paladins are Jedi. I'm heading back to the inn on that. On that, I'm done.
We're gonna give Virdrick a hot second there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god.
If you guys need to grab something to drink or something to keep yourselves from losing your minds with.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Sorry about
You're
Sorry
fine.
about
she's-
that.
She's
Okay.
back.
She's returned.
Yeah.
Too late, my vibe was lost when I was
Oh, man.
I'm gonna be right back myself.
So everyone, quickly go ahead and grab something to drink. Just a quick, like 2-3 minute break, just to grab something for you. I'm gonna go check and see if my
Oh,
water's
okay.
running a little bit. Like just real quick to grab water, you know.
Okay.
Yes,
Oh, is your
that's my
refrigerator running?
No, my water currently is not working at all.
His pipes are
shit.
frozen.
Yep.
Oh, jeez, it's that
one.
cold.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Dude, it's -1 where he is, and like -10 where I am.
Oof.
That was the last I
God.
checked, at least. So you know, I'm hoping that they don't freeze over and that they can, you know, heat up soon. But yeah, I'm gonna go
if
check
it-
that to see if I can get
it's
some
like-
water.
Wait. I'm gonna tell you this now.
Mhm.
If it is unfrozen, turn your water on slightly so it drips. That helps it stop.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. 1 second. So yeah, go ahead, grab some water, use the restroom if you can or you need to, and we'll be again back in like 2-3 minutes.
Cool.
I didn't miss anything, did I?
No.
Okay.
Don's pipes need to get a little hot under the collar, though.
God damn it!
What does this mean?
No! Oh my god. Okay, so how many people here have played Breath of the Wild? I need to ask this before I send it.
Well, I haven't played it, but I've seen playthroughs of it.
Okay, so you know who Rivali is then?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna send this to shitpost and just see how you react.
Not
I mean, you
currently
know
at my
about Bird Boy.
computer, but
God damn
I
it.
will see
Bird Boy.
when I get back.
You bird boy, okay. Oh my god, every crime series I watch describes the killer as a very attractive man and then proceeds to show the ugliest person I've ever seen. Damn.
Okay.
That's colder than Guru's pipes.
God damn it. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Man, -1 degrees or -1 over there. I'm over here like, man, it's probably 70 outside.
Oh god.
I better put a sweater on.
Walks out, 70 degrees. Man, I need a sweater. Every northerner's head snaps to look at you.
Oh, I did get the mail earlier, and I was like, oh, it's a little chilly, but I'm okay in my t-shirt, and like...
70 is chill, I'm gonna kill you!
I still wish it was cooler. Ugh.
I hate you so much.
Hey, I'm just saying.
70 is cool. 70 is cool. I want the heat tolerance that you have.
I mean, when it gets hot here, it is like up in the 90s. That's hot.
That's
90s.
peak
That's-
temperature for me.
No.
Wait.
I hate it. Good temperature.
Okay, I really am in Missouri because it's not uncommon when it gets hot for it to stay in the hundreds for a week or two at rows.
Oh, that sounds great.
No, it does not.
See, the thing
Oh my-
is, I absolutely love it when it's hot. And
I hate it.
Same.
I'm the kind of
I
guy
hate it when it's
that
hot.
will
I
walk
know.
outside like 95 degrees out, like the sunniest, bluest, non-cloudiest day. I will have not one but 2 t-shirts on, one of them most likely black,
Medrino's a madman.
long
Yeah.
jeans,
He's more
Mad.
and sneakers.
You're too powerful. We need to kill you.
I can't survive. Like last summer, it got to highs of I think it would be about 90 degrees Fahrenheit.
hmm
It's like 31, 32 degrees Celsius. I fucking died every day. Like,
Yeah. Like, fuck that shit.
there's nowhere I can go where I will be.
Oh my god.
I remember having to work security, like, in that kind of hot weather, too. That shit was the worst.
All I can think is like, Matt, you're fucking fairly dark. So like, all I can imagine is you dark as shit in 2 t-shirts and jeans, perfectly fine. Meanwhile, my ass is half naked and dead on the sidewalk. Like, fuck!
And I tan pretty well during the summer, too, so I get even darker, so I absorb even more sunlight, so it's like, you'd think that would stop me, but really, it just makes me more powerful.
What are you, a fucking plant?
Photosynthesis.
No!
Too powerful.
Jesus Christ, he's just a sun god. He was the main enemy of solar absence!
Oh no, my guy worships him.
Big reveal. Big reveal!
I get my power from a dream.
I blinked and you guys came back to this. Okay, cool.
Oh, goodness.
I love it.
Oh.
Oh, by the way, you know how the Caucasian Shepherd is large creature?
Yeah.
That's how it is for my dog folk race.
Nice.
Nice.
If you become Caucasian Shepherd dog folk, you're a large creature.
Good!
As it should be.
Yes.
Is Don still checking his pipes?
No, I said I was
No,
here.
no,
I've been here for the
Oh
last
my
couple
God.
minutes. I was like, yeah, I'm back, and you guys kept talking. Like, okay, clearly you guys are so good.
Alright. I'm ready. Let's continue.
Yeah, let's get-
I'm ready.
How are the pipes doing, man?
Completely off at the moment.
Shit.
Damn.
No.
Maybe wrap a towel around the pipes underneath the sink or place a space heater there. I would say towel because that'll gradually warm it as opposed to a space heater which might bust them.
Yeah, you definitely don't want that.
We'll get there.
Emino,
Bust the pipes! No!
one of two things. Either you bust your knuckles or you bust the pipes, and neither of those things is good.
I'm gonna take a bet because of his apartment that he's gonna bust the pipe, which is not good.
no.
Emmy, no!
Then he has to pay for medical bills and plumbing bills.
Right!
Oh, that's
And
like
clean up!
Purple Scrooge.
And we're moving on.
Assert your dominance.
Anyway, is that
Yeah,
everyone?
let's get back to the inn.
Oh, God!
Yes.
I was gonna say, I forgot, there was something else I did want to do before going back to the inn.
Go ahead.
I'm guessing all the clerics gather at a church or something, right?
In this area, there are a
Says
few.
the paladin.
Yep, there are a
He
few.
wants to go to the
clerics.
church group.
Yeah, so there's... Can I just go to the biggest church in town, then? Whatever it is.
Mhm, Yep.
Cool.
There are a few different ones.
Or whatever closest closely follows mine, I guess. My stuff. My stuff.
Yeah, they're written down. Which one you follow, right?
I think I wrote it down. Where's my notes? He needs Jesus in these times.
No, I just imagine him like, he's literally that meme. Banned.
Okay.
You're all banned. None of you are free of sin.
Yeah, it's the Zio. Zio?
Ah, yes, Zio.
Say it. Yes.
No god to Zio here. No church to Zio here.
Oh, God.
There is no God, see you here. Only Zul.
Most of them are to other gods. Some of the ones that, if you're like wanting to find ones that you can discuss, there is one to Astrophos, also known as the Storm Ranger. There's one to Lucanus, the Wolfborn,
Oh shit, we got the Storm Ranger here. I should probably pay him a visit.
and there is the temple to Dendreus, the god of the trees.
Is any of them like more geared towards like knowledge or anything? It doesn't. I guess it doesn't really matter. What I really want to do is just talk to some clerics. So
The Storm Ranger has been known to work with Ziu on occasion. They'd likely be most welcome to you there.
Okay, I'll just go there then.
Okay.
Um,
Alright, you
Oops.
enter the temple. One of the younger clerics kind of holds up a hand. Hail! What business do you have with the Storm Ranger this day?
hello. I walk up, and I introduce myself. And I'm like, I came to ask if anyone would know about a Vamis Kiplop. Is that how you say it?
Vemus. I don't know myself. I can ask one of the higher ups if you would not mind. Kind of motions towards like a side room where there are a few people who look like they're like just in a form of communion, just kind of like softly chatting as one of the other clerics is reading over some of the scrolls of the Storm Ranger. Excuse me.
He just nods and goes over to quietly sit.
Okay.
And wait.
One of them kind of looks like they're about to approach you to see you, and they're like, we'll give him some space, but give a little kind of hesitant hi.
He nods and hello. But of course he has that resting bitch face, so I don't know how friendly that looks.
To most of the people here, they're not giving you a wide berth, but they're not approaching you, so it's letting you have some alone time.
That's fine.
has
That's how I
an
like
aura.
it anyway.
Mhm. Okay, so
I'm
you
just patiently waiting, so.
Alright, so you wait. It takes probably a good 15 minutes before the person kind of like tip runs over. Is like, Mr. Virdrick,
Yes.
Paladin Virdrick, please come with me.
I
Kind of
get up
motions.
and follow.
He leads you up a flight of stairs to a second-story level, where there's a little bit more of a view of the city, as you see one of the a little bit older clerics standing, just kind of looking out over the city, glances back at you as you approach, then looks back to the city. Welcome, Paladin. Please have a seat. Motions to one of the benches nearby.
Damn, he talked for 5 seconds already. I won't get down.
You're not there. Sit down. She didn't bug you during your scene. Let her have her scene.
I'm glad to sit on the bench then. How attractive is this person for Paris?
For Paris' sake, of course.
For Paris' sake.
He's older.
Sure.
He's an older human. Looks to be probably late 40s to 50s. He's got gray to white hair. Slightly receding hairline, but not bald. Wearing just robes. Just standard tannish gray robes.
Okay.
The thing that sets him apart is that he does have a it's definitely made of rope, but it looks like it was either colored in some way or dyed to give him this white coloring to the rope. Like it's like almost a bleached white.
Okay.
Whereas all the other ones that you met before, most of theirs were like blues.
Okay. When I sit down, does he introduce himself or what?
He doesn't introduce himself immediately. He just kind of keeps staring for a moment before he lets out this slow, elongated sigh. Kind of just like he's just tired. Turns around and keeps his arms crossed behind his back.
Is he gonna say anything? No? Okay.
He's just still sighing. Hold on. I do elongated pauses. Don't worry.
Okay.
Everyone always worries that he's not saying stuff. It's just that I do elongated pauses. That's the whole thing. Don't worry. I am the High Cloud, Gordon. I will spell that for you.
Thank you.
The High Cloud.
High Cloud.
High Cloud Gordon.
High Cloud. Going down. Okay. Going. Okay. Cool. Continue.
It is a pleasure to have your acquaintance here, Paladin. What brings you to the resting of the Storm Ranger?
I came to ask if anyone knew about a Vamus Kiplop. I've heard he's been making trouble around these parts.
Vamus Kiplopt crosses his arms. He actually uncrosses his arms behind him and crosses it in front of him now, just kind of just... Again, there's that long kind of that sigh. You're starting to get the sense that he's not like a sighing sort of person, but just hearing that name just seems to just like drain him of energy.
Yeah.
Yes, I have heard that name before. He has passed through here a few times. I wouldn't necessarily say he's caused trouble, though I would say that he's not necessarily been creating a strong fondness between himself and the other churches.
Is there any particular reason why?
A while back, there was difficulties we had been having. Some of the creatures from the Colossi path had migrated out. I believe you have heard of creatures referred to as mephits and gargoyles and the like. These creatures, while staying in the Colossi path more often than not, are not meant to stray far from the Colossi itself, at least so far as we've seen. They prefer to attempt to ride upon the Colossi from place to place to get at different minerals in the ground, but these seemed harried, like they were being driven from the Colossi's path. We were, of course, moving to gather our forces to drive them back, to prevent them from causing harm to the livestock. We lost a few good cattle that day. Unfortunately, we were not fast enough, it seemed, as at the beginning of the next day, we had nothing with which to drive away. I myself did not mourn the loss of these creatures. They had brought harm to us. But there was one knight, and he was one man. And so he has caused no small discontent, knowing that there is a man who was able to walk into the midst of these elementals and rain destruction upon them. I don't trust it.
Okay, well. So this dude just went in and destroyed them?
That is what the reports say. If you ask other zealous clerics, they will feel that something that makes more sense would be the idea that these creatures were allied underneath him, that he drove them into this village so that he could pull them away just as quickly, so that people would see him as a powerful being, more so than his station should permit. I myself, as much as I'd like to believe this, I do not know. I cannot say that he is a good man or an evil man. But the fact that his name persists, I do not believe in coincidences, but I know that as much as lightning can strike the same area more than once, the Storm Ranger tries to spread out coincidence. Striking more than one thing at once means that there is an attraction to that point.
When was the last time this guy has been through town?
Last he was through this town, that was almost a year ago.
Been a while then.
Shortly after the melting of the snow up north, when we actually were beginning to see spring again.
Uh-oh.
That's why we lost the cattle, but so few. We hadn't fully moved into the grazing grounds where they had been moving through.
Crap. Hold on. What is going on with my laptop? Come on.
Oh no.
Come on. I was in the middle of taking notes. I need you.
Laptop please.
It's just, why is it going in and out like that? Come on. You're okay. Okay. Okay, I'm good again. In town about a year ago. Okay. I don't suppose you would have any idea which direction he went, or where he might be now?
I'm not the sort who would have spies attempt to follow a man for doing something good. So I did not keep tabs on him. For all I know, he left with the wind and made his way north, south, east, or west.
He just kind of nods. I understand.
People have been through town stating they've heard his name to the north, but I don't know if that was before this incident or after.
Okay. Very well. I had one more question, if you happen to know.
Ask.
We were warned not to go into Craven Hollow, but how far out is it? Would you know?
It's a good city or two over. Quite a
City
few
or
days
two
travel. Quite a few days travel.
Oh, okay. Well. Well, I suppose that's all I needed.
Is there some? You said you were told to stay away from it. Did you hear something regarding it?
Just that the... What did they say? Let me look. Was it... Did I say the right word? No, War Barons. I think that's what I meant. Yeah.
The War Barons. One second here. Remind me again, so I can pull up my notes regarding the War Barons.
The road traveler earlier told us to avoid the War Barons. It's supposed to be some desert area where a lot of fights happened.
Yes, I do know of that. That's more to the northwest. It's where Tamdov and Halo meet. It's across the actual path leading up, but it does stem over more than slightly between Halo and Cormundum.
Okay.
So it is also to the north, but it's easy to skirt around to avoid encountering the desert.
Okay. Skirt around and avoid. About how many days' journey is it?
From here, I'd say a week.
Yeah. About a week's journey. Okay. Alright. I just wanted to make sure we can avoid it.
Gives a slight nod of his head.
Well, that is all I came to ask. Thank you for your time.
Of course. and may the Storm Ranger light your way in the darkest of night. He gives a faint bow.
Is there any kind of like blessing I can say for my god? I don't know.
From
Would it be
Ziu,
disrespectful?
it's not disrespectful. For Ziu, the general farewell is may your planning stay true.
Okay. Okay, I'll say that then, because it's cool.
He kind of smirks slightly. Ziu always did have a way with words, didn't he?
I will also kind of small smirk grin. Yes, please. Anyway, I guess I'm gonna head out then and head back towards the inn.
Okay.
I just wanted to know some info.
Of course. Always a good thing.
Yep. Didn't learn much, but that's cool.
You learned something.
Yeah.
Alright, so you make your way back, and I'm going to go ahead and say you all begin reconvening at the inn. Welcome back, Emmy.
Welcome back, Emmy.
Hey.
You guys are all reconvening back at the inn. It's getting dark out. You guys can discuss what was brought up tonight, or you can do that in the morning. What would you guys like to do?
Might as well talk about it tonight.
Wait, what?
Might as well talk about it now.
You breathe it into your mic at the same time you speak.
That wasn't me.
Oh. Oh, that wasn't. Okay, repeat it one last time. I'm sorry.
Might as well talk about it now.
Yeah. Who's the first one to come in?
First one back most likely would be Virdrick, followed
Beardrick,
by...
I've got bad news.
Oh no.
That's not what he wants to hear!
I'll allow this.
Well, I'm guessing you. What was Beardrick already there, or is he coming now?
As soon as she sees you get through the door.
I mean,
Okay, I see.
you came back after Virdrick, is what I was about to say.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So you'd be coming into this place saying that. When she's about getting ready to have a drink, he's getting ready to relax, and you just say that.
Oh yeah, I'm like.
I just imagine I just imagine seeing him like opening up with that, and he just looks down at his drink before he just downs it.
That's not inaccurate.
Like, oh no.
Kalir, you get back with Demea, Tashina, and Scar, and Ebrin is the last person to arrive.
Cool.
Where you been?
Out. His little wave. Hello.
It sounded so unnecessarily suspicious. Like, I know he's not doing shit, but like, he made himself sound suspicious.
Right. Alright, so if we're all here. Yeah. Let's have it.
We found... Oh, okay, let me open it with this. As a paladin, your job is to protect those who cannot protect themselves, I'm assuming, correct?
More or less.
We have a job in which, if we don't deal with it, it will get worse and worse until potentially these people will be killed if they enter the forest. There's a vine blight. Well, a few vine blights.
What
In
we
the forest
think
nearby.
might be a vine blight.
Well, she was talking about the vines coming to life. That's all that I could think it would be. Maybe a twig blight, maybe. So that kind of makes a face of
Out of character, do we know anything else that matches that description?
Oh no, poor.
No, she straight up told you that it was like blights.
Did she?
She said
Yeah,
that
if I-
the suspicion was that it was blights.
It's the suspicion that it's blights, but do we know of anything that it could be besides blights that matches that description?
Not really. I mean, nothing from Cormundum that you've encountered before, and you're from the mountains, so nothing from the mountains you've encountered before.
Okay, fair enough.
So I suppose we need to take care of this.
Yeah.
It's It's a good thing you guys didn't tell him the circumstances surrounding all that.
Oh no, absolutely. Naivara is not going to do that. She knows how he is.
Yeah. If he ever finds out, though, he's gonna be.
I mean, he's gonna find out as soon as we're done.
I know. He's gonna be so bad.
You did this for a dog? I mean, to be fair, it's still a win-win.
Are you not able to talk on voice, Emmy?
She said her throat was hurting.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Well, that's fine. I can see her typing. Well, are we taking care of it in the morning?
Yes.
Yes.
Luckily, it appears to be on our way. We will be passing through that area, no matter where. No matter if we took the job or not.
Alright. We needed to take care of it as fast as we can, then.
I mean, if we don't take care of it fast enough, they might reproduce, and then there will be more, and... Yeah.
Well, we're not exactly on a leisure trip to the capital. There's a bit of a rush.
I mean, I'm enjoying taking it nice, slow, and steady.
He just sighs because he knows you're just trying to annoy him.
Duh! Oh, finally, he gets it!
Oh, he knows you're just trying to annoy him.
Look, everything that she says, if it comes off even slightly as a taunt, is featured with a shit-eating grin. Don't worry, it means she likes you.
Is that the only news? Is there anything else?
There's no bad news. But I mean, you seem to only care about jobs, so for you, yes, that is it.
He nods.
I thought for a second you said I hate my life. I'm like, Beatrix, like, yeah, kinda right now.
Well, he's just gonna go ahead and turn back to his meal then. If that's it.
I just imagine every time I'm near Beatrix, Arcus is trying to do something without him noticing to him.
Not without him noticing. He just like moves up behind Beardrick, just like moves like underneath his stool. He's like click click. You can like feel him like shifting it very slightly as he just like moves underneath it, turns around, just like lays down, and just stares at you.
At me?
At you.
I'm ignoring it.
Oh my god.
Why does he keep bothering me? It's okay. I'm just gonna continue eating my meal.
Oh, I thought you asked that out loud.
No.
Oh yeah, DM.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to put some stuff that I have in my bag that's just kind of taking up space in I reckon I can put it on Spartacus.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go put the feathered headdress and the fancy cloak that are not magical, you said, right? Because we checked that out. Yeah, I have literally no use for either of those things. So I'll just excuse myself real quick and go out to the stables and check on Spartacus too. We haven't seen him in all day.
Yep. Spartacus has like when you come out, just kind of like looks at you, just like.
I rub his nose and I pat his neck.
Shakes a little bit. Lets you put the other stuff in the bags.
Mm-hmm. Do I happen to notice anything in the bag? Because I realize I haven't really looked in there since, like, anything happened.
Mostly
I don't really
you
check
see,
the bag much.
Mostly you see stuff like excuse me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Bless you.
Bless you, I think.
Sorry, I just muted myself to avoid sneezing right into the mic.
No, I appreciate that.
Ow. He does have a few other things on there that I meant to have in his bag that are not on there. Most of the stuff that you see is stuff like the leather armors, the fine clothes, the breastplate, scale mail, like all that stuff's just
That's
like
right.
immediately what you can look through and be like, yeah, you've got all that stuff that you still can sell later, but that's
right, yeah,
predominantly
can't do
what you see.
I'll probably do that in the morning then.
If you want to put some stuff in with that, you can do that.
Yeah, cool.
There's another bag on the other side that you can put those in. That is empty.
Okay. Not an empty bag. That constitutes there's a full bag on the opposite side?
Yep. That's the one with all the armors and such that you were looking at.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Mug of ale should be like 3 copper for just a mug. Let's see here real quick. Copper. For ale, for just a mug, 4 copper.
Alright.
Oh my god. I found a Tumblr video. This guy roped this chick and immediately, like, 3 women just jumped on him, kicked the crap out of him.
Oh,
Good.
I saw that video. Yeah.
I believe it.
Good.
Good. You deserve the fucking kick to the face.
We sure did. I think you deserved that ass
Take your
whooping.
time.
Take your time, ma'am. We understand. Yep. And Demea has Tashina and Lesser Zadim. Cousin Zadim. Whatever you want to call Scar at the moment, because he looks
I'm
like
gonna call him Muddies because it's just the Dean backwards.
My D's nuts.
No!
Oh wait, it's Midas.
No.
Oh, Middel's newts.
No.
Alright. And is there anything else you guys need to discuss?
No. Once we get to bed, you know what I'm doing. I want to try that thing I DM'd you about.
Anything anyone else wants to do?
Nah, the shops are probably closed at this point. I can't sell any of that stuff.
Okay.
Kalea's just gonna go to sleep.
Gotcha.
Well, she's gonna
Claire
go to
just
her room.
passes out like, fuck you.
Yeah, she's
Oh,
she's gonna go to her bed, but she's gonna look at her club for a second, just put it away, and then go to sleep.
I'm gonna wait for Demand to Sheena to head to bed and like sit for an hour, check on them, then head into my room.
Okay.
Did I see the temple to the Storm Ranger as we were coming in?
It was not when you first came in. It's on the other side of the city. And you did not see it when you were going northward.
Okay. Well, alright, I'll just go to bed then.
Basically, she's doing this to make sure Demay doesn't stay up again.
Oh, very true. Yeah. Beardrick's also kind of like watchful about them.
The fucking
Everyone's
they
just
have
like,
parents.
listen, we need to make sure that they go to sleep. We just need you to go to go. Someone
Go to sleep.
Someone cast a sleep spell on them. They need to go to sleep. And that only lasts for a minute, so they'd have to, have a lot of sleep spells on them. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Anything
back.
else you were
Welcome
going
back.
to do before you head to sleep, Demea?
Dawn, this seems like a fucking conversation you and I would have. Jumping out of helicopters is dangerous. You know, they say 1 in 5 people don't even make it to the ground. What do you mean they don't make it to the ground? Where do they go?
Yeah, that's something we would say. So Demea is going to tell everyone about what Tashina and Scar herself did. Which... Do you want to type that out, or do you want me to give the footnote version for you? Or try and voice it for you if you would like.
Up to you. I'm going
It's up to her.
to... Oh, look, I'm like, if we actually voice this, I'm legit gonna just look at Zadim like, do not say a word about the dogs, and like, kind of...
Oh dear.
Wait. Oh. Kalea's also going to talk about what she did. But I just realized that... Wait, hold on.
Scar.
I can... Kalea can push Straggle lift 1,200 pounds
Wait, what?
God.
when she's wearing the armor.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought by
be-
default, I'm sitting here like,
No. Without the armor, it would be like
Still a decent amount, I imagine.
it's like 200 something.
No, it would be as
You have an 18 strength, so it's 18 times 15? Or not to time. Yeah,
30.
times.
30. And it's 540. Her carrying capacity is 270 without the armor.
Mm.
Excuse me while I just very quickly.
And it's 300 with the armor.
I'm just gonna climb this chick real fast.
Oh no, sorry,
Mhm.
600 with the armor.
As you guys are, looking at her getting ready to power lift and stuff, Demea is like, so, we ate candy, I brought some sweets, Scar likes caramel, I want to share some sweets with you all too. She hands everyone a sugar cube. And then as she puts her hands on her lap, kind of, getting to see, so, what did you all do today?
Well, first of all, you have caramel, and if so, can I have a piece?
Scar, like,
Deirdre
drags his closer.
shakes his hand about the sugar cube. He doesn't want it.
Sugar, disgusting.
He's not really into that.
Hilarious the sugar cube, and she just sort of like, oh, it's so sweet. What?
Kalir falling off the chair.
Oh, why did it melt? Where did it go?
It's sugar. It melts. Okay. Do you want a biology lesson real fast?
A biology is this made of people?
No. It melts because, in a way, I'm bullshitting this, but if I remember my science correctly, your spit is kind of like a very weak acid. So the sugar will melt.
Ah, okay.
If I remember correctly, because I remember something about spit dissolves food to help you digest it or something like that.
It's meant to be used for drinks.
Yeah.
It's used for drinks, but...
Demea's like, it's supposed to be used for drinks. Pops the sugar cube into her mouth.
Mm.
Oh, dear.
I went smithing for the day. I got some money and smith.
Oh, nice. What'd you make?
What did I make? Good.
God.
Mostly you were making like plowshares and sickles, things for farming.
I made farming implements.
Oh, nice. Well, all I really do is sit here and talk to the lovely barkeep and a little bit to her darling wife. Because I'm assuming I saw the wife at some point if I stayed there up until Zadim pulled me out.
Which was around 2 hours. Yeah, she came out at one point. Mostly because she was bringing out food.
How adorable is this wife if we heard her drop shit in the kitchen?
She is a very soft woman.
Mhm.
Barely reaching like 5'1", and it looks like she's human.
Small.
And just a bright little ray of sunshine with
Aw.
like golden hair, just big happy smile as she set down the food and then gave you a wave when she saw that you were talking to her wife.
She's adorable. And I will protect this woman.
As you guys are talking, you just see Scar pick up a sugar cube handed by Demea, just slowly puts it into a tea that Demea ordered for him. He just like stares at it for a moment, like pokes the sugar cube as watch it just vanish into the tea. He's just like gently takes and just like it looks like he's about to try and slip, and then it's just like like tilts his head back. Just basically looks like he just takes the whole thing in one big chug. So as Demea looks away, he just like takes it, just shunk, chugs the whole thing. And he's just like, you just see him just like squint a little bit, like, huh. It's not necessarily that he doesn't enjoy it. It's just that he took the entirety of the tea all at once.
Oh my god.
Did he put any milk in that?
He put a cube of sugar into it and no milk.
Oh no, he needs some milk.
Meanwhile, Demea had looked over and was like, "You have a wife? That's so cute!" And she's like, "Yes, well, she's a wonderful woman, and she's done more than right by me. I'm very blessed to have met her."
Aww. You sound like a cute couple.
I suppose people can consider us that. And yes, love is a very beautiful thing.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Can I order some, like, ale or something from the barkeep?
Yep, you can get a mug of ale for 4 copper.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I don't have 4 copper, though. What would the
Break a
change
silver,
be?
and if you want, just put 6 copper into your inventory.
Okay, sounds good.
Why is Demea so adorable about love?
Because she's adorable in general, and she knows the way about love.
I hate you just for that meme.
Love you.
God damn it.
She loves with all of her heart. Scar is just trying to look like he's not choking, because he obviously his face right now looks like Zadim face, but he has a muzzle because he's actually a gnoll. It's not like a super dog extended, but it's like kind of a more kind of a stub nose kind of look to him, but it's still a muzzle. And so in order to drink it, he was just like just threw back the whole thing, and yeah, he's like gives a thumbs up when Demea's like, "Are you okay?" Just gives a thumbs up, just like, I don't like it.
I don't like it.
This is not what I can't taste anything right now. I'm going to bed. He just gets up and walks upstairs.
Wait, did he just freak out with some sugary tea?
He put 1 sugar cube into the tea, downed the whole thing before the sugar fully took effect, and so he couldn't taste
sweetie.
anything. Yeah.
You're supposed to wait for that cube to melt.
Yeah, he's already been walking upstairs.
She just like calls that out to him like walks.
And he just keeps walking upstairs, just like, yeah, no, I don't have time for this.
Khalil's just like, well, on that note, I'm very tired. I need to go to bed.
Good night.
Sleepy time for Khalil.
Sleepy time for Khalil.
Yep.
Oh.
Right, with that, Tashina kind of nods, kind of pulls on Demea's arm a little bit, like, actually get some sleep tonight, okay? Kind of hops off and motions for Demea to follow her. You all head upstairs to your room. Tashina snuggles in with Demea. Virdrick and Zadim get their room with Bright Eye just kind of like flopping down at the end of the bed. Everyone is resting, getting some time to actually relax. And Nivara, so far, everyone that you've checked on is asleep.
Alright. Gonna head to my room and start the process.
Okay.
Before Arcus.
Arcus starts making the dial-up noises. Just processing, and eventually you see his eyes just kind of start glowing. puts a paw on his chin. Calling again so soon? Hi, if I didn't know any better, I'd think you missed me, dearie.
To be fair, I do.
Oh, you're always adorable when you're restless.
Well, I just had a few questions. Well,
No?
one, and then multiple depending upon how you respond. First question. Do you know anything about vine blights?
You see Arcus's eyes kind of narrow very faintly. Yes.
There are some in the forests here, and I would like let's call it a tactical advantage.
What is it that you're seeking to know?
Weaknesses, strengths, usual places to reside other than you just saying the forest. Because I know how you like to be
Oh, but that takes the
smart.
fun out of it.
Ow!
I mean, to be fair, that is where they reside.
I'm
Predominantly
aware.
areas of forests that have a touch of corruption somewhere within them.
Corruption.
Mhm.
What do you mean?
Usually some form of corrupted magics. You don't think that something as twisted as a creature that is referred to as a blight is going to just pop out of the ground like daisies now, do you?
No, but when you say that, it makes me think that someone fucked up very badly with magic, or they planted something there.
Depends. You see Arcus's claws like interlock like fingers, just like, tapping in each knuckle slowly, just in thought. I don't want to spoil the surprise, but I suppose I can give you a little bit. Wouldn't hurt. Some of these creatures are created from where people attempt to wield magic incorrectly. So you're not wrong. You are always as astute as you look. That being said, there are some people who, when they've created this error, don't stop. They continually reapply this error until it becomes almost an art form, creating blight seeds, or blight seedlings rather, where they can plant even just one in an area. Granted, it takes some time from what I've pulled up at least, but that being said, when they grow, they're hard to root out. If it's just from a seedling, killing them as they are should prevent any further infection, so long as you manage to get as many of the little twig blights as you can. Though they are a bit of an infestation, they don't tend to fade away so easily. If it's a source of magic done incorrectly, well, needless to say, such things are dangerous. Very dangerous.
So, if we're lucky, all we have to do is find the main source and take it out. If we're unlucky, we have essentially an army of small, annoying woodland deformities to deal with.
I'd call it more of a battalion than an army. An army implies that there's enough to storm a place. Battalion, actually that might even be still too much, depending upon how big it is. Maybe a platoon.
Honestly, a battalion is still 20 people.
20, 30, you know how it is with humanoids and their groupings of things. Everyone's always a little bit different. I've been looking into some of the history around these parts. It's particularly of the military. It's quite fascinating. A little bit dry, though. Oh, you should see what they used to use back in the day. Did you know that they have a weapon called a bill? It's so adorable.
What's it look like? I've never heard of that.
It's essentially... have you heard of the weapon referred to as a glaive?
Yeah.
Imagine that, but instead of having, the sleek efficientness of a glaive, you essentially have a butcher's knife-looking weapon that's been elongated on a stick. It's, again, super adorable.
Sounds very simplistic, but effective.
Simplistic. From what I understand, it used to be something like a farmer's tool.
Oh, so like the sickle. What?
More along the lines of a scythe that was repurposed. Although, to be further fair, most people during times of war would take their scythe blade and actually turn them into swords. It's a lot wiser that way. You had to bend it the right way to actually make it a sword, but people are so inventive. You hear Arcus clapping it for her and just like,
Is Mom regaling you with history again?
To be fair, she took me along for the ride this time, and I was pleasantly surprised to find I'm learning a few things that, while I already know these things, hearing about them again always tickles my fancy.
Speaking of which, I actually have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible for you to allow me to speak with her?
I mean, you can speak with her whenever you wish, but you'd have to be here to do so. She can't exactly. I mean, I can translate for her if you're wanting to ask her a
through
question.
Arcus.
No, that's not how that works, dearie.
I
can speak through Arcus. He is mine, not your mother's.
Alright. Just tell her I said hello if you would. And tell Dad not to light the twins' hair on fire, please.
I make no promises. And you see him eyes come back into focus as it's just like the connection ends.
Oh
The
no.
last word.
Just picks up Arcus.
He's fine.
Auntie scares me sometimes.
Sometimes?
I mean, to be fair, you're scared of anyone who could throw you hard enough.
Yeah. But
Well, I mean, you're not
Auntie
scared of Demea still, though.
Demea is a sweet being. How could you accuse her of such things?
I know she is. She would never do any harm.
This just
Which is
sounds
exactly
like
why
it's
you-
jinxing it.
Which is exactly why you like her so much.
He sticks his tongue out at you. Go
You
to
can stick
sleep.
your tongue out all you want. You can't deny the truth.
Go to sleep.
She's gonna climb under the sheets. You like her, and then turn away.
Go to sleep. He lays down, curls up. Alright, and the morning comes again. You all begin waking up in whatever way that you guys wish to do. And if you guys want to just jump straight into it, you guys can start heading to the forest. Is there anything you want to do before that point?
Can I see how Arcus reacts by giving him a sugar cube? That's all I want to do before we head into the forest, legit.
Okay. Toss him a sugar cube. He just like snaps it into his mouth, and then you don't see him like chew or swallow. You just see him just holding it in his mouth. He just stares at you.
Cool. While that's going on, I want to see if anyone's going to buy this spare armor and weaponry we have.
Okay. That would take some time, and it is pretty early.
Oh, how early are we leaving?
Depending on when you wanted to leave.
I mean,
If you guys are like, if it's just when you're waking up, most of you are, pretty good about getting up pretty early. So it'd probably be close to between 7 to 8.
you could probably try and sell when we head back, since we're coming back anyway.
We're not coming back this way, are we, though?
And if you're coming back to speak with the woman about the dogs, you'd be coming back regardless.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't realize how... whether or not we'd be coming back to town after we were done with this.
Of course. And
But if we...
Go ahead.
If we're discussing the plans in the morning, Virdrick will ask why we need to come back to town. It's on the way.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
Just in case we need to pick up anything extra after the fight.
I suppose we'll see how it is after.
I'm so glad that I'm good at covering my ass with things that are not quite lies.
Though he does say we should stock up now, so we don't have to make another trip back.
It can't hurt. Besides, we need to tell the people that it is safer.
That's true.
Otherwise, they're just going to be very hesitant about going in there, and I'd rather they not have a bit of a fault in travel. It's just an hour off time. You will be fine.
He looks at you, but he says nothing. He I guess he'll go along with it.
I mean, I guess.
I'm not sure how early everyone gets up, but if Kali gets up early, then earlier than the others, she's gonna go wandering.
Oh no!
Navarre's awake at 6, so.
Probably gets up.
Well, Khalil would have gone to bed before you, so.
Depends on how much she sleeps.
Yeah!
It did work pretty hard today.
Yeah!
What time did we go to bed? Guru?
That was up to you. You guys went. I mean, if you guys went to bed as soon as the sun went down, that would have been around. Down. 7. So probably closer to like 9, 10.
Yeah, I'd probably say. Yeah, 9 or 10, so.
So you'd have been able to wake up early enough if you needed. And as soon as you guys are discussing, yeah, we might need to fight some stuff. Demea's just like, wait, we have to fight?
If we cannot.
Okay, go ahead.
If we cannot solve it peacefully, and there is violence as I think they are, we will have to defend ourselves. I know you don't like fighting, and you don't have to join us. You and Toshina can stay back.
That would probably be for the best.
But if they attack us, we will have to defend ourselves.
She frowns and says nothing.
I'm sure that you will do your absolute best, and that's all that I can ask for.
We appreciate you coming.
Just waiting on her to respond before I say anything.
Yeah.
I would hope. Okay, I'll join you guys then, she says. And she very cutely is just, not sure if she's ready for this, but she's like, yeah, I'm gonna help. Doing the Demea thing. She's trying to be tough.
I'm so proud of my tough baby.
Khalil's just gonna go like, I'll be up for fighting. or talking. Either sound.
I clap her on the shoulder and I say, looking at you, this does not strike me as unusual.
Wait, say that again.
Looking at you, this does not strike me as unusual. You are a very large woman. Very swift at fighting.
Okay, so I
He's
thought
like-
he fully took on the accent and said, "You are a very large woman."
That is exactly what I just said.
Oh my god!
She just she replies by like punching her open hand, like yes.
Ebrin and Scar come down the stairs and they're just kind of like talking for a moment, just like, and you just hear very tail end, just like, and that's why these are the best gems you can find this side of Gorilla. You see, good to know. I
Oh.
don't care.
Oh my gosh!
And like Scar's just like Ebrin's just like, don't worry. Most people say that at first, but as soon as they realize just how important it is, they change their mind. He's just like,
Oh my.
okay. Scar just like looks at you all, just like he's still the discount Zadim.
Discount Steam still.
Still
my
the discount.
God.
He's still the discount Zadim. Just kind of looks at you, just like, what? He like motions to Ebrin, just like, you guys travel with this guy?
Good morning, Scar.
Good morning.
Good morning. Gives a
Hey,
absolute.
Ebrin.
Hey, hi guys. You guys sleep well?
You are very much a morning person, Jesus.
No.
No.
No,
So why are you so happy?
Because I gotta talk with Scar, and you know, he doesn't believe me, but yeah, he's definitely gonna understand more later.
Doesn't believe you about what?
I was trying to tell him what the best types of gems are. He was just like, no, I don't really understand why people like gems. I'm like, oh, I can tell you a thing, and he was like, I'm sure you could. And I'm like, oh yeah, I can. And now he's been talking to me for the last half an hour. I was
The average
trying
gem
to
that you find is worth 50 gold. Does that pique your interest?
he goes over and sits down, just like, just give me some bacon or something, just food, please.
Oh yeah, have we had breakfast? I hope we've had breakfast.
Yes, you guys have had
Yeah.
breakfast. Ebrin and Scar are getting breakfast now.
Okay.
So you guys are paying for breakfast, so that is included with the inn pricing.
Oh, tight.
Ebrin just kind of gives this wistful sigh. Me too. Gem necklaces are just, they look so good.
Especially that
They're
one
very
you found
shiny.
there.
No, that one's not so pretty. No.
I think she'll be insulted that you think that.
I
No, it's
agree.
not pretty for other reasons.
What's the other reason then?
Well, yes, I agree with that.
I mean, it would be, you know, it would be very pretty, and I definitely just kind of like just nodding.
Scramble!
Gems are nice. They're quite shiny.
I mean, it depends on what's trapped in there.
What?
Alright! No, I saw her.
Clear was there, yeah.
Was she there?
Yeah.
Give me a second.
No. That's not what I mean. Think about. Let's say you found a really pretty flower, right? And you put it inside that gem.
Yeah.
Claire came back and saw the person in the gym. I do remember that much.
She didn't see the person in the gem. She just kind of overheard the conversation.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I heard there was a person in the gem. What's that got to do with anything? Like...
I'll explain on the walk to our mission. How about that?
Am I gonna start finding
what?
people in gem?
No, hopefully not. If you come across
Maybe.
more, that's no.
Oh, okay.
D-
You're starting to get me worried.
You see Scar just like looking at you all, just like, what?
You had to be there.
You had to be there. Oh my goodness.
Alright, just food, please, before I lose my mind with these people. He's just like, nope, not questioning it, just food. Please, food.
Give me food.
Alright. With that, you guys have eaten food. You guys have gotten yourselves something to, work with. And
Did I get something for Bright Eyes just to make sure?
of course. And you guys are on your way. So,
Hooray.
the direction of the sightings is to the northeast. So it is, if you're going from where Rize was, you'd be going more east, northeast, and you are going towards the forested area in that direction.
Can I ask a question?
I mean, you can ask.
Once we get deep enough into the forest, like deep enough that I can't really see the trail that leads, like the entrance to it, can I start to repeatedly ritual cast Detect Magic? Oh wait, no, I need the thing, that's right. Wait, do I need something for Detect Magic? Hang on.
Wait, what you saying about?
She's
Sorry?
gonna be ritual casting Detect Magic.
Oh no, I do not. I do not need any material.
Yep.
Well, I do, but I have the component pouch, so.
And it doesn't have a cost for it, right?
Right.
Okay, if it doesn't have a component
There's not a material that has
with a material
cost.
yes.
Yeah. It's identified that I'm thinking of. I asked because I'm assuming from what she told me that it comes from corrupted magic, which means Detect Magic would.
Okay.
Adrian.
And what is the range on that?
I think it's 30 feet. Let me check. I'm pretty sure it's 30 feet, but still, that's 30 feet more than if we just stepped on it. Yep, within 30 feet of you.
Okay. So you're doing it essentially it's like giving yourself magical alert. Essentially just be like, hey, I just wanna, just kinda keep my eyes open and stuff. Just in case. Alright.
Emmy's gonna hit in.
Okay.
Holy crap.
Okay.
Okay.
Be good, Emmy.
There we go.
I hope you feel better soon.
Same.
Yeah. Get some good rest. Ooh, you're good.
Right, yep, no worries. It happens,
Ooh.
Alright, so you guys make your way into the forest, casting Detect Magic when you can. Actually, how long does Detect Magic last for?
I believe it's 10 minutes? Let me check. Yep, up to 10 minutes.
Okay. So essentially
So it takes 10 minutes. It takes 10 minutes to cast, 10 minutes of seeing, and then just over and over again.
So you're essentially going through the ritual and continuously going through the ritual as you're going through the forest.
Yeah, as I walk.
Yep. Alright. And what will be the marching order for everyone?
I'll take up front since I'm doing the Detect Magic.
Okay.
Where should I be? I guess depends where Demea and Princess is.
Tashina.
Tashina. Where are they?
Zadim, where will you be standing?
In the middle.
Okay. And Kalir, where will you be standing? Oh, Kalir! I thought you dropped out. Sorry.
I'll be in the middle probably.
In front of or behind Zadim?
In front of.
Okay. So we'll say Naivara, Kalir, Zadim, Demea, Tashina, Virdrick. And did you guys want to ask Scar to assist you with this, or just let him go back to his group?
I'll ask him to help us with this.
Okay. Why does this concern me?
Because if you go through these woods later, you and your group might be attacked by them. So why not deal with it now when you have a bigger group?
Because we can just avoid the forest and just keep moving.
If it spreads to the forest, it'll spread to other places.
Which means we'll have more things to fight when we come back later. Which means we'll get paid more.
How about I just pay you 10 gold right now to shut up and help us?
Nah, you're gonna have to go a lot higher than that.
How much are your services in the first place?
Well, it depends on what you're looking for. For extermination, depending on what we're actually fighting. 50 gold
It's vines.
to, 50 gold for that then, yeah. That's a simple extermination.
These are a really fucking hard bargain.
He shrugs. I don't get paid to sit on my ass.
Doesn't the thrill of a fight with something that you don't understand just happen to excite you enough?
To not get paid for it? No.
I don't mean to not get paid for it.
Oh, I enjoy the thrill of the fight well enough, but I'm not gonna not get paid for it.
How about this? The whole reason that these things show up is because of any kind of magical item or magical thing that has been planted in the ground. That's sure to be worth quite a bit if you head back to any major city with mages there. I'll pay you 25 and let you take that to sell after I figure out if it's cursed or not. And if it is cursed, I'll pay you the other 25.
25 in advance, and if we find nothing, the other 25.
Of course.
Alright, so you pay him 25 gold?
Yep.
Okay, takes it. So he will be with
Am I
you.
overhearing?
Wait, what?
Am I overhearing this conversation?
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
Like,
this is probably in the main room before you guys go. Like, it's like, hey, Scar, can you go with us? And him just be like, why? So, yeah, I'll say you guys can overhear this.
Why?
If there's a cursed magic item, I'm destroying it.
Yeah.
You think you can destroy
I
it?
like magic items.
Be clear. I'll check it to see. If it's something that we can truly use, then I will pay him the other 25 and we'll keep it.
You got the pearl, right?
No. But he don't know that.
Fair, fair. Just wanted to make sure. Out of character, of course. But in character, yeah. Understandable. Right, so-
I.e., literally, if it's a weapon or a trinket, I'm keeping it. If it's like a fucking battle axe or some shit, yes, I know Zadim can use them. I'm going to give it to him.
Alright, so you pay him the 25, and he's... Okay, he kind of shrugs. Alright, I'm in. So it'll be him and then Ebron at the very back, just kind of like...
I'm not going to try to seduce this man. It don't work. I don't know him well enough to know if he's even into the titty. Why do you snicker? I am now concerned.
Do you like today? Yes, no.
So you're in the front, and you're looking for tainted magic within 30 feet.
Yeah.
Alright. 1 second here.
Between the 10 minutes of me detecting, I mean, just in general, I would be trying to look around to make sure.
Okay. Is there a verbal component to detect magic?
I believe so. I don't even know any spells that don't have a verbal component, honestly.
Catapult.
Oh!
Only
That
somatic.
is a verbal component. And I know that, like, I can whisper a spell and have it still work, I'm assuming.
Right.
She would be saying it as quietly as she can.
Okay. Are you guys being stealthy, or are you guys just kind of marching through?
I'm just marching.
Oh, boy.
Oh, dear.
Well, it doesn't make sense if only one of us is... Well, actually... No, I was going to say Beardrick's marching pace is still slower than my stealthing pace, but that's not actually true. So yeah, just regular walking.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys starting at first you're thinking, well, we could probably stealth, and then you're just hearing clang, 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 and you're like, oh, right.
I look over at Beardrick and I say, you really don't care about people not knowing you are there.
Well, if they hear us, that's what we want, isn't it? We're here to fight
Not
off.
if we want element of surprise.
He just kind of like looks and he's like, I think it'd just be quicker for them to come to us.
Oh.
That's his strategy.
I mean, it is a strategy.
A very paladin-esque strategy at that.
Right.
That's very, yeah, true.
I mean, you're not wrong. That is a strategy, and I approve of it, of course.
You're the DM, of course you do!
Right.
I'm
Oh,
allowed
how high
to.
his voice went.
You don't know how high my voice can go.
Oh, bad bitch, you can't kill me.
You're all adorable if you think that.
Oh, God. No, I don't. I really don't.
So you are trying to be stealthy with your casting of detect magic.
Yeah.
You all are making your way through. Actually, let's see if I have any. Let's see. This is the city noises. No, we're not in a city anymore. Where is my? Try to get my ambiance music real quick. Computer, please work with me. Just want in the background, of course.
Bun bun.
Alright. The forest, for the most part, is not so dense at first. The further into it you get, the more dense it starts to become, to the point that you have difficulty seeing through some of the foliage. Almost jungle-esque. Most of the growth to it appears natural, but with the closeness of the city, it's amazing how much of this has apparently grown up without someone having traveled through here to clear it out. You guys keep going, probably for at least a good 2 hours. Looking around, keeping your eyes, head on a swivel, keeping the detect magic going as long as you can, which with the ritual caster you can just kind of keep that going every 10 minutes. So essentially after 12 castings of detect magic, at the very edge of the 30 feet you get a faint blip. something that you sense, and as soon as you sense it, like there's like the 6 seconds of like you moved into where you can feel it, and then you feel it move out of the range.
Like radar.
Kind of, yeah. Like you feel like you can.
She like
sense
holds
it.
her arm out to stop the group. Something is here.
Oh.
And most of you, with your passive perception, do hear the sound of something.
I
through the
draw my
underbrush.
bow and knock an arrow. I do not like the sound.
Does
Uh,
Claire hear it?
I also
your
draw my.
your passive perception is a
8.
You do not hear this.
Oh dear.
Perfect.
Wizard.
He's
yeah,
not a wizard.
yeah, Claire's not a wizard, but with her passive perception, you and Scar both are looking at everyone like, "What's going on?"
Stay quiet. Get your weapon out.
I mean, if we're getting our weapon out, we're going to be the opposite of quiet. He holds out a hand, and that dark smoke just kind of billows around his hand and forms into a larger form of a hand scythe, just looking like just a plain old, not hand scythe, a sickle. It's actually like a scythe that looks like it can be held in either one or two hands.
Claire casts false life off.
Okay.
Can I look around and see if I notice anything like busted twigs, any kind of tracks, anything like that?
Roll survival.
Can I have Arcus give me advantage?
Sure. Your survival's better than his, so wouldn't make sense. 15. You notice a few, I suppose you could call them tracks. They're not like footprints or animals' tracks. They're odd. Some of them are breaking up the ground in such a way that it looks like something was uprooted rather than something stepped down, except that by the depressions of it, something had been here before it shoved through the ground. And there's some where it looks like something stepped into some of the earth and had multiple winding bindings to it. You'd presume that that's the needle and vine blights respectively.
I think it would be in our best interest to move slow, but I believe that I may have found the tracks of what we're hunting. She's going to start following the tracks.
Okay.
And while I keep track of those, I'm going to have Arcus basically look around to make sure that I'm just not jumped.
Is he like on your shoulder, on the ground? What are you doing with him?
He's on my shoulder.
Alright. So he's on your shoulder. Roll him a perception check. Not with advantage because you're looking for the tracks.
Naturally. Oh, I have the wrong thing open. Hold up.
His sheet open.
No, I have the prism ring and not the prism tray because I'm so used to it.
Okay.
Good boy.
As you, say about 5 minutes in, your detect magic is still up, but right now you're not focusing on the ritual, you're focusing on tracking these tracks. And he kind of like, you feel his like claw gently grip into your shoulder, and as you kind of glance over at him, his eyes are just locked onto something, looking up into the trees, not within range of the 30 feet, so it's probably at least a good 40 to 60 feet up in some of the trees. Make a perception check.
Not with advantage. Actually, would it be with advantage if he's pointing it out?
He's not pointing it out, he's just staring up into it. But I'll
That's
say
a
that you
sense.
can. it's hard to make out, but after a few moments, you see faint little parts of tree branches moving. You see one of them kind of look like it's leaning forward as you see almost like an armored face, but on this small little form, maybe 2 to 3 feet tall at most. Just looking down, just hanging from one of the branches before it throws itself back and jumps to another branch, starts like climbing higher into the trees, and as you see another one again moving as well, and then there's another one, another one, and another one. Probably a good 5 of them, just looking down, just jumping from branch to branch, keeping out of range of the detect magic, but seeming to just kind of stare at you all, just as though it's trying to watch you. They are staying within around 60 feet, though. They're not moving that far out.
Should ask Auntie what they speak. If they speak at all.
She's asking that now?
No, I said I should have. Because I wish it would take way too long. We're in dangerous territory. Who is the person behind me? What was the marching order?
Hold on, I will post that real quick.
Okay, so since it's clear, I'm going to poke Zadim.
So you reach past Kalir to poke Zadim.
I know she's not the most perceptive. I've seen what happens. She's going to very gently poke Zadim and gesture as... What's the word that I'm looking at? As inconspicuously as she can, upward.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You see a few of these movements. Some of them catch you a little by surprise as you think they're just branches in the tree. But then you see them kind of moving. They're not moving fast. They're not moving like they're being hostile, but they are moving around. And sometimes you'll see one of them just leap and start kind of like going into the deeper forest.
I lean over, kind of touch Bright Eyes on the shoulder, and I will also gesture up there. And I will motion to her to not react to them yet.
Wait, what's
I will also
The
show
vine blights
Clear,
are within 60 feet.
No.
and
not
I
vine
will put my finger to my lips and say, "Do not want to start them. You must be quiet right now."
Are they? Wait, our character, they're above us.
They're in a
yes.
tree above us, yeah.
Yes, and there are at
Whoa.
least 6 to a dozen of them.
Well,
I
Khalil
lean-
will see Zadim pointing up, and Khalil is gonna look up as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I also said shh. And then I'll lean over to Navarra and I'll say, "Should we follow them? Should we engage them now?"
It looks like they're... Do any of them branch off and move further away? Like they take off in a direction?
Several of them have, yes.
I'm going to follow after those and see what happens. It's going to pretty much follow for 10 minutes, see if anything strange happens.
Okay. Just so you are aware, it's been 5 minutes of your detect magic.
Alright, so that went off.
No,
So
you have
I'm going
5
to-
minutes left.
Oh, okay.
So if you're wanting to ritual cast it, it would take you 10 minutes.
Well then I'll walk for the 5 minutes, see if I see anything, and then stop after that.
Okay.
See if there's any kind of progress or anything. And I'm gonna have Arcus keep track of the ones above us.
Of course. Arcus keeps his eyes peeled. You keep walking. The direction that they're heading appears to still coincide with where you were following before, because every now and then you still see one of the footprints of one of these entities. Looks like they're not being extraordinarily stealthy. You do notice that with the more uprooted looking footprints, they are not as deep as the other ones. The other ones actually look like footprints and stuff. Looks like they were made by heavier footfalls.
How big are these footprints?
Medium sized.
Okay.
Are these small creatures?
The ones above you, yes.
Yeah.
The footprints, no.
No, that's what I meant. Because I didn't know if a blight was a small creature or medium.
The ones above you, the ones that look like branches, like little spindly, twiggy creatures, those ones are small. The footprints you are following, they're medium.
I'm going to... Because I'm going to call Zadim ahead. There is always a source for which blights come from. We should probably try and find that before we engage them. However, this is also what may be their home turf, so we had best be prepared.
Very well.
She's going to try and relay that to the rest of them, because she needed the hunter up front just in case she lost track of the tracks.
Not a bad idea.
So she pretty much spreads that to the rest of, like, we're heading to other sources, but just keep your head up, because that's probably also where they set up camp, essentially. This is interesting. I'm going to ritual cast again once detect magic turns off.
Okay. So you pause for a moment.
I thought I could ritual cast while walking, that's my thought.
You can, but you said
Okay.
you were going to stop moving while you still have the 5 minutes to ritual cast it.
After the 5 minutes are up. Okay.
So
Would you like me to continue to follow them?
I'm like, wait, I'm very confused on how that was phrased then.
So you spent 5 minutes tracking, and because you were tracking them, you weren't able to continue the ritual. And then you saw the creatures, and so you had not been ritual casting detect magic. So if you go for another 5 minutes,
so I could cast it during the 10 minutes. Oh, I didn't know that.
so yeah, what I was saying is that you were spending, like, as detect magic was going, you're recasting it. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to do that. It would be that your perception check would be a straight roll to try and detect things that were magical, but that's why you were able to see the little blip.
Okay.
That's how I'm ruling that right now, just because it helps
Okay.
speed things along for you guys. Because I imagine.
So there's a moment. There's like a moment of 5 minutes where I'm blind to magic, essentially.
Essentially, yes. Obviously, if they're moving, you can still possibly hear them, but
Yeah.
that's if they're moving.
Oof.
Alright, so are you going to spend that 5 minutes to wait?
Yeah,
or are you gonna...
to finish.
Okay.
Because because that fucking source has to be around here somewhere, and if it's tainted magic,
You should be able to sense it.
yeah.
Alright, so you quickly begin ritual casting it as soon as you see them. So you spent 5 minutes and you got the other 5 minutes. At the very end of that 5 minutes, as you finish your detect magic spell, throw open your senses to magic, and you feel a few sources of magic within 15 to 20 feet of you.
Do they feel similar to the blights, or is this something different?
Similar, but bigger.
Does it feel like we're surrounded, or just a case of...
It feels like they're coming in from one of your sides. And
I'm going to look and see if I see the outline.
which with the tech magic you technically can. Looks like they are humanoid in form, but based off the fact that they've got little growths coming off of them, not humanoid by nature. And Virdrick,
Yes.
your dagger starts giving you that little bling in your head.
Oh.
Danger!
Danger.
There's something out there.
Dagger of
Okay.
warning, and you get the sense your head on the swivel kind of turns towards where they're coming from as these creatures start coming out, and I think we'll end the session there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Lord.
So we're going to be starting the next session with you guys going into combat, just because I don't want Demea to be left out of the combat, and
Right.
these
That's
plant
fair enough.
creatures that are coming out to try and, slam into you guys. So with
Yeah.
the detect magic was very clever. I hadn't actually thought of that myself, but I also didn't realize that you hadn't caught on to what I was saying with the whole detect magic thing, but that's okay.
What thing? Oh yeah, the 10-minute thing.
Yeah, it's 10 minutes running. You don't have to continue to speak while you've already cast it, so your concentration would be a little bit easier to knock out of you, but at the same time,
Unless something slams into me, then there's no real issue.
Yep.
I realize how sore her throat would be. That's an hour and 30 minutes of straight talking.
Say very softly chanting under her breath.
Cough drops.
Cough do those exist?
I mean, there was
Ye
old cough drops. So, maybe.
No, I gotta look up medieval cough drops.
I mean, they had ye old aspirin, which was basically just bark.
Need some ye old cough drops.
Yes, indeed. But yeah, so I'm gonna just end it there, make sure that Emmy gets a chance to enjoy walking through the forest with you guys. Please fill her in on what's going on, so that when we jump in next week, she's not like, "Oh, this is happening."
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, fair enough.
Of course. But for everyone watching, thank you so much. This has been Temptations of Aitseh. We do stream this on Wednesdays at 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. We try and hop on around 4 o'clock so we can just shoot the breeze, enjoy ourselves, have a good time, be friendly. We also do post that to YouTube, which if you're on YouTube, hi YouTube! But yes, we do our best to keep people updated. Eventually, I am going to try and make a quick recap version of it, or get someone to help me out with that, because I could really use quicker recaps for people who just want to get the quick synopsis of what's going on. That being said, that's life. Not everyone's got the Critical Role money behind them to get that done, which if I did, I'd be in on that. But that being said, thank you all so much for watching. If you liked it, please leave a like, comment, follow me on Twitter at WhatTeamComp. Follow me on Twitch at Uncommon Guru. I might change that to WhatTeamComp in a little bit. I'm not sure yet, just because I'm Uncommon Guru most places, but changing it to WhatTeamComp would make it easier for people to find me. Haven't decided yet. But yeah, and in the words of Emmy, subscribe! If you want to get more of that good content, because if she's not here, someone's got to do it. And we'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!
Bye.
Yeah.